This is Baggies View. Coming up, the return of Shane Long and a look ahead to a crucial run of fixtures. Hello and welcome to Baggies View. I'm Paul Bradley and I'm joined in our Fort Dunlop studios as usual by West Bromwich Albion correspondent Chris Lubkowski. Hi Chris.
Hi.
Well, let's look back first of all on the win against Bolton, and a good victory it was for West Brom. Shane Long returned, and just give us a verdict on Shane Long and the performance overall.
With Peter and Wingy out for a while now, he's obviously had this niggling injury. It was quite important for Albion to find the goals from somewhere, and Shane Long came back in, and I think the club sold everyone a little bit of a red herring last week when they said that he wouldn't be fit. He did train towards the end of the week, and obviously we saw the impact he made. It wasn't just his goal, actually. It was his hard work, his endeavour. But he also had two very experienced centre-halves against him, Cahill and Wheat. I mean, Cahill's been talked about as a potential top four player or a player for one of the top four. And he ran them ragged, he really did. He was very impressive against them, and he took his goal very well. And he'll be a key figure for Albion in the coming weeks. They've got some games that they need points from, and his return couldn't be more timely.
So do you think West Brom now look like a team who've got goals in them, who've got that attacking kind of potential to get two or three in a game rather than maybe just sneaking the one?
I think so. I think they've always had that. It was interesting chatting to Jerome Thomas after the game, and he spoke about Albion needing to play to their strengths. And if you look at Albion's strengths, they're very much attacking wise. They've got Jerome Thomas's pace. Zoltan Gera, who played just behind Shane Long in a link-up role between the midfield and up front, and he was excellent. It was the Zoltan Gera of old in many ways, the one we came to remember all those years ago. And Chris Brunt, of course, who is creative as well. So they have got that in them, and they always had a goal threat with Peter and Wingy, but now that they've got Shane Long, it does bode very well towards certainly the short-term future of the club.
And just looking at that short-term future and looking forward to the upcoming games now, they've got Spurs and then a slightly easier run, you could possibly say. What effects that's going to have on the squad and the team mentality, do you think?
Well, I mean, the Tottenham game is a strange one. I mean, we saw how they demolished Villa, although Villa didn't play well by all accounts. Albion have generally got a good record against Tottenham, certainly at the Hawthorns. They took points off them in both games last year. But they do carry a significant threat through Bale. They've got pace in Bale and Lennon. They've got playmakers who can influence games such as Modric and Van der Vaart. And of course they've got a goal threat in Adebayor. After that, Albion come up against QPR, Wigan, Blackburn. The way that Roy has approached games generally this season, Albion have been picking up points against the teams they've needed to, such as Bolton on Saturday, Wolves and Villa previously. Against the very top teams, or the top four contenders, if you like, they've probably not given a good account of themselves this season. It'll be interesting how Roy Hodgson does approach the game on Saturday, whether he'll maybe want to do what happened last year and try and claim some points, or whether he'll be looking further afield at the games beyond this and just taking stock of the overall section of games rather than just one individual game.
And it's interesting as well that it's the two England potential managers, if you want to put it like that, coming and facing each other head to head. What do you make of that kind of that coming together and that head to head kind of matchup of the two?
Well, I think Harry Redknapp is the standout candidate. He's certainly lauded by the national media. Of course, he has a court case coming up in January, which could drag on for weeks, could drag on for months. We don't know if the fallout will be from that court case. That doesn't leave many English managers if Harry Redknapp wasn't to get the England job. Roy, of course, is one candidate. Now, I suspect that his time at Liverpool maybe has scarred him or certainly damaged his chances a little bit in that respect. But if he has a good year with Albion, there's absolutely no reason why he can't be considered. And it's fairly significant that we're still a little bit unsure about what his whereabouts will be next year. And Albion have spoken about chatting to him about a new contract in January. There isn't an awful lot of rush or pressure, if you like, on anyone's side, but it must be a slight worry, I think, for Albion that there is this slight doubt about who the next England manager will be, and the fact that if Roy does a good job, he might well be one of the people considered.
Okay, well, let's move away from Roy Hodgson now and look at players again, and maybe transfers in January. Have we had any idea of where Roy Hodgson may be looking to strengthen the team, or if anybody may be leaving?
Well, I think to answer the first question, in terms of players leaving, I wouldn't be surprised to see George Thorne maybe go out on loan. I believe there's an interest from Portsmouth already, not least because of the Michael Appleton link. Roman Bednar, very difficult to see his future at West Brom. He's got a few months left on his contract anyway, so it would be very easy for somebody to take over that contract in January. And there are one or two peripheral players who haven't really played much. Maybe Simon Cox might put a little bit of pressure to play first team games. A lot will depend on Adam Wingy and Long's fitness. As things stand, Marc-Antoine Fortuna isn't getting much game time. He might well get a move, but in terms of players coming in, I don't think there'll be an awful lot. The club have already said that. Neda Manur is somebody they've been watching for a while, they've liked for a while. They tried to sign him in the summer. They managed to do so, and I think they'll pitch for him certainly, and they'll be looking for defensive cover really. They're probably one left back light in respect to the fact that Billy Jones isn't really an actual left back, and Joe Mattock is obviously out of favour, and again he could be somebody else who leaves in January. And I suspect a right back, because with Gonzalo Jara Reyes out on loan, it leaves Stephen Reid as the only really full-time right back, if you like, and of course Billy Jones can play there, but I suspect they might try and bring in at least one defender, whether that's Neda Manur, whether they miss out on him, because there will be a few clubs in for him, we'll see, but I can't imagine there'll be much else happening.
Okay, Chris, well, thanks for your insights today, and thank you for watching. We'll be back again with more Baggies View, same time next week.